Hey guys, we are back for a new Dragon Ball Z SH Figuarts review. We're not at the forefront of reviews. I'm always a little behind. So today we're going to be taking a look at the latest Goku from SH Figuarts. This is the Son Goku, a Saiyan Raised on Earth version. So this is a lot of folks' chance to finally get a hold of a base form Goku figure for maybe the first time. He is in our current standard style box, so you see him there in the window. We've got product shots on the side, and then on the back we've got a bunch of other product shots, tons of legalese, tons of Japanese kanji. So let's do it. Let's pull this guy out and take a look. All right guys, here is our newest, latest and greatest SH Figuarts Goku figure, and after this review, if you're interested in snatching one up for yourself, I would suggest heading on over to BigBadToyStore.com. As usual, I will put a link down below. They may have them, they may not by the time you watch this. Figuarts is kind of weird lately. They've been selling out like crazy, and I don't really know why, so you're better off pre-ordering them. But if you haven't gotten this guy, check him out. We are going to dig into this figure. I'm really excited to take a look at this guy. It's nice to have finally an updated Goku figure that pretty much everybody can get a hold of, with a lot of accessories, a lot of cool parts. And yeah, let's dig right in. We're going to take a look at articulation, see how this guy moves around. So as far as moving this guy around, it's going to be probably exactly what you expect, all things considered. We can rotate the head back and forth. We do have a little bob up and down. The neck is, of course, articulated, so it adds a little bit of flexibility, especially side to side. Arms can go all the way out. You do have a shoulder piece to move. And then we, of course, have got full rotation at the shoulder, bicep swivel, double jointed elbows. Then we got the ball hinge at the wrist. We've got a diaphragm swivel so you can rotate him around, back and forth. He goes back much further than he does forward. And then we've got legs that go, I'd say that's about as far as you might need him to go. We've got a forward kick all the way. We have got all the way on the backswing, thigh cut in there. We've got double jointed knees. And then we have got, of course, no boot cut. That's pretty standard. But we do have rotation, rocker, hinge, and toe articulation on these feet with the ball peg that's down there. So it's pretty much anything like you would expect from any recent Figuarts in the, you know, quote-unquote 2.0 body style, because that is what this Goku is built upon, that more recent body style that we've been seeing a lot lately. So he's got pretty good range of motion. We do, of course, have all of the plating down here on the crotch region to cover up that joint, and I think it works really well. Flows very nicely, so it doesn't look too gappy. Of course, the knees are still something that leave a little to be desired, but they aren't too bad. I'm okay with them overall. So yeah, he moves around exactly like I expected and has pretty good wide range of motion. As far as the sculpt on this guy goes, we have got him in the pose that he comes in the box. So, you know, he comes with two different types of hands. We'll talk about the other hands here in a moment. But we have got, you know, pretty standard Figuarts body. We have got, you know, the classic orange gi that he's got. He's got the blue accents, the blue undershirt, which is painted. The chest is painted. We've got the painted wristbands. We've got some painted line work on the boots as well as the straps down here. We've got an articulated knot on the belt, so you can move that around a little bit. And in general, I mean, he's a basic Figuarts. There's really not a lot to talk about in terms of overall details. He is what you think he is. He is a standard base form Goku. There is a little bit of shading on this guy. There certainly seems to be. I've moved him in and out of lighting in various rooms just to get an idea, because sometimes lately it's been really hard to tell for sure if there is shading on some of these. I can kind of pick something up on the chest and a little bit around the knees. The back is pretty much devoid of anything like that. We do have the logo that is tampoed on the back, very clean, very crisp. We, of course, have got the same thing on the chest there. So you've got the two logos that are tampoed on. The tampo work on the face is really nice. The eyes are very clean, and I'm a sucker for the smiling Goku faces, especially on the Kid Goku, for example. But this works really well. This is, again, how he comes out of the box. So you've got him smiling there. You can see the open mouth. They got the teeth, and then we've got very clean and crisp whites and blacks all over the face. The hair is cast in black. Classic Goku haircut there, so you know what to expect if you're a fan of the show. So, you know, he looks exactly like I expect him to. There's not a great deal to talk about. I wish he had a little more shading. You know, that seems to be feast or famine these days with the Figuarts on the DBZ line. I still don't understand why, because every figure used to have, in some cases, too much, but a lot of them now just have none. So, you know, we've got what looks like a little bit here, and someone correct me if I'm wrong. I just swear it's there, but if anything, it's just incredibly faint. So, if I had one criticism, it's going to be, you know, again, give me a little bit more shading, but otherwise this is a pretty classic styled Goku. It's kind of exactly what you want if you're looking for just a base form. No frills, no Super Saiyan, just your regular old school black-haired Goku. Now, as far as accessories go, we have a pretty decent, pretty normal spread. We've got 8 different hands. We have got the 2 fist hands. We have got the waving or karate chop hand that you've seen thus far. We have got the instant transmission hand. We have got 2 style pose hands to put him in a pose. And then we've got a set of Kamehameha hands for a charge up pose. Now, gripe incoming, we have no effect piece. He is cheaper than usual. This is a relatively cheap Figuarts, so I'll give him a pass on this one. And then as far as faces go, we have got the smiling face that you've seen, and then we have got a gritting of the teeth. We've got a plain kind of mean mugging type expression, and then we've got a screaming expression. Beyond that, I do have one major criticism, and it's kind of how they decided to release this figure along with a specific accessory. So this is the old school Goku. This is the Goku from the beginning of the show, basically. Base form Goku, that's what people are going to use this for. They released a power pole accessory that you could only get, at least thus far, at conventions and the world tour type thing. You had to buy something else to get a hold of it. It should have been included in this package. That is my stance on this. It should have been in this box. It charged me $5 extra for it. Put that piece of plastic in this because that's ultimately what I really, really want with this figure. I would love to be able to display him with that power pole. And frankly, I'm not going to pay the $30+ on eBay to get what is essentially a plastic drinking straw. He does come with an extra hand because this guy has no gripping hands, but I could have figured something out on that. I really wish they would have included that, and I honestly find that to be a very big oversight because I know people would have paid a few bucks extra just to get a hold of it. So overall, I am pretty happy with this figure. Not taking into consideration my criticisms about the lack of the power pole, I think this is a solid entry in Figuarts. I still, as usual, always want there to be an effect piece, but for the $35 MSRP on this guy, I really can't complain. It's just, I have to mention it. Other than that, though, he moves around just fine. He looks exactly like I want him to. He's got a nice spread of hands. He's got a nice spread of faces. There's really not a great deal more you can really ask for with this guy. He's a very, very low-priced Figuarts, and I think that's great for people who finally can get a hold of a base form Goku that ultimately for a very long time has not been available. So if you haven't gotten him and you can find him at retail still, I would suggest you snatch him up while you can. So that's going to do it for this look at the SH Figuarts Son Goku, a Saiyan Raised on Earth version from Bandai Tamashii Nations. Let me know what you guys think. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and until next time.